Hello, good morning. How is everybody? Um, wow. Okay, so I was running around. I haven't been watching. Uh, but Lord Portico, thank you for resubscribing. 10 months. It's October and it's 10 months already. Just here for coffee. Hello, Mobius. Thank you so much for resubscribing with Prime. It is I continue to be amazed that people show up and actually subscribe to my tiny Twitch channel. It means a lot. I have a lot of fun doing it. Otherwise, I wouldn't still be doing it like 10 months later. But yeah. Also, I've been preparing. I have been preparing. I have the game. It is here. Oh, 500 biddies! Be Right UK, thank you so much! Welcome in! And that, I think you have attracted a train. There is a train, so rogues, you know what to do with trains. We rob them. We rob them by attacking them with bits and subs. Yours is an evil laugh. So I have found my PS2 that I have not had connected in quite a while. I did not find the controllers that came with it. I don't know where they are. I have absolutely no idea. I found the wireless controllers that we had bought to use with it that were rubbery and really sticky after sitting for a long time. So they went in the trash because I tried cleaning them with some isopropyl alcohol and it's just too much of a task and my hands were blue. So I have ordered a refurbished controller. I also ordered an adapter so that I can take the video out that's on here goes oh my god, what is going on? Lord Portico, thank you for the 500 bits. The sneaky bits. And then Be Right UK, 5 gift subs. Thank you so much. Welcome to the Rogues Gallery. Oji Mawatig. I don't know how to say that one. I'm sorry. I know I've seen you in chat though. Makeshift UFOs. Billy Glitch, Lauren themselves, and Melba Denew. Welcome to the Rogues Gallery. We're sneaky and we enjoy chaos. So you caught Melba. So I have the PS2. It is here. Hopefully Wednesday. Wednesday is the scheduled delivery for the controller as well as the adapter. So I have the AV out that's here. I have a cord that goes from that to the 5 component, so 2 audio, 3 video component video, that I use to connect to older televisions, like early HDMI TVs that I had. I need to get that into HDMI to connect to the capture card. So I got a converter that will take in the 5 component and output HDMI. But that should also be here Wednesday. So baby wolves could be everywhere. Oh my gosh. Wait, how did level 3? Well, they're great. I know that I don't get trains that often. When I do, I'm glad that you attack them. It does mean quite a lot. So yeah, Fistful of Boomstick, I'm doing the work to make it happen. Tomorrow will still be Maniac Mansion. But I went in without knowing anything 2 weeks ago. Last week, I went in knowing stuff and still trying to do it without any sort of guide. And I played twice, and sort of. I blew up the house once, and then got to the end, and it was just sort of like, well, we know we lost, but not an ending. Blasted a car into space. So tomorrow, the plan is that I'm gonna run through it once or twice, probably twice. There's enough time to do twice. Using a walkthrough and just pick a couple characters, walk through it, and get some good outcomes. I know there's at least one room I haven't been to in the mansion, but tomorrow is probably gonna be the last day that I do Maniac Mansion, with the plan of doing Fistful of Boomstick a week from tomorrow. And then, play that game until either we get tired of it or we're done with it. That is the plan for Mondays. I don't know. We'll find out. If all the technology works out and the PS2 setup goes well, there are other PS2 games I could play. I could play the old classic Baldur's Gate games, which is awesome. But also, I plan to get the N64 controller for the Switch and play Ocarina of Time at some point. So, I guess the fact that I started a year ago with retro games is really coming back. Like, I'm still gonna keep doing retro games. Which technically speaking, Mass Effect is a retro game. The fact that the Legendary Edition came out this year doesn't mean it's not a retro game. I don't know. I know I used to have, like, Final Fantasy 1 for the PS2. They came out and released them for the PS2, or, like, my PS2 has backward compatibility. I don't know if I still have those discs. Apparently, I don't have all of my PS2 games that I used to have. Yeah, Riven's not modern. I do lots of retro, apparently. Carto was not retro. Thank you all so much. We did complete level 2 of the hype train. It is very much appreciated. But I have the Final Fantasy games on Steam, so if I wanted to do them, I could do them here, like, without having to do... But, and, like, there's, in the PlayStation Store, a lot of the older games are available to just, like, buy and download, so I could have done them, like, I could hook up my PS4 or something like that. But Fistful of Boomstick is not one of those. But it's also extremely timely that I should be looking at streaming it, because there's an Evil Dead game planned for the PS5. I saw news, I don't have a PS5, but Evil Dead the game, an upcoming video game, scheduled for release February 2022, for PS4, Nintendo Switch, Xbox Series X and Series S, Xbox One, Microsoft Windows, and PlayStation 5. So, after I play Fistful of Boomstick, we may look towards playing Evil Dead the game when it comes out in February. Because while I do lots of retro games, that's not the only thing that I want to do. And this is just great. I'm excited to play this game. I have not touched the PS2 in a long time. It was buried in a box with my Wii, which I also have not touched in a long time. But it had some really good games. So this, also I've got the Buffy Chaos Bleeds that we could do at some point in time. I also really like some of these horror type games, but I haven't played very many of them on stream because there were, when I first started streaming and was looking at playing them, there were definitely some people in the community that were not going to come for horror games. They weren't interested in horror games. And so, being respectful of the community, I went ahead and just postponed it. I was gonna do American McGee's Alice like back in February or something, and I decided to put it off. And while I definitely want to be inviting and welcoming, a lot of those people who had expressed concerns about horror style games are not showing up regularly anyway. And I find the games enjoyable and want to play them. So I'm going to add them to the mix. And Maniac Mansion was kind of the first, but Fistful of Boomstick is I'm going to have to look up trigger warnings, content warnings, to drop them into the chat with Fistful of Boomstick, because there are going to be some. Anyway, but yeah, 7th Guest, 11th Hour, American McGee's Alice. I have Little Nightmares that I would love to do, so I don't plan on having a day that's just horror. But I'm gonna sprinkle them in because I enjoy them. Anyway, hopefully everybody is having a great weekend. I developed a massive headache last night after my stream, and kind of had one when I woke up, but I'm feeling better now. So that's good. Lazy day after a good D&D session. Yay! I think we're playing D&D again. I don't know when we're playing D&D. My himbo has had no love. This coming Saturday we're finally playing again. We skipped a session because my GM and one of the other players, his spouse, went to Iceland. So their travel plans necessitated canceling one, and we've been playing every other week. But yeah, I feel like I have had nothing. And this past week I didn't have D&D, and I also didn't have the Forbidden Lands game that I've been playing on Wednesdays. I had no RPG this week, except for like video game stuff. So it felt a little odd. But yeah, well, I'm surviving. My himbo, I will remember how to be a himbo when it's time. Yeah. Also, right before stream, I scheduled a COVID booster shot because it will have been 6 months and I am eligible. And not scheduling it doesn't mean that the unused dose will go to people in the world who need it and don't have an adequate supply. It just would mean that it would go to waste. So I'm doing the responsible thing and maintaining my vaccination as recommended. So I believe Thursday. Yeah, Thursday after work I'm going in to get a 3rd jab. And I'm not working Friday, so if it knocks me out, I will be okay. It won't matter. Hard to believe it's been 6 months since I got the 2nd dose. Yeah, 6 months for me will be this coming Wednesday. And it is very hard to believe that it has been 6 months since that, and we're still dealing with people, even in this area, even in places that have adequate supply, who just haven't had their first dose because of whatever reason. There are legitimate reasons for not getting it, but at the same time, there are a lot of people here who haven't gotten it, who have no legitimate not getting it. And also don't wear their masks. Wear your freaking masks, please. Anyway, I'm not going to get on that topic because I could talk for a long time and be really, really angry, and don't want to do that. But Redacts several minutes of swearing about capitalism, lack of critical thinking, educational... Yeah. Yeah. The boosters are supposed to have the same, like, underlying medical condition requirements that were required to get in the first round of doses. One of those is predicated on the body mass index, which is a bullshit system. But under the body mass index of height to weight ratio, etc., I get classified as obese, which I would never call myself obese, because, yeah, I have a little extra weight, but it's fairly proportionally distributed, and it is where my body is comfortable. I don't really gain past this, and it's really hard to lose beyond, like, below it. If I do lose weight, I always come back to this spot. This is where my body settles. And that's just how my body is. But being classified as obese allowed me to get the shot earlier, which I was interested in doing mainly because my spouse has an underlying medical condition that was a severe risk category. And so I did that. Well, going in and looking at the requirements now, not just the BMI, but the mental health aspect also qualifies me, because now they're saying underlying mental health conditions lead to worse outcomes with COVID-19, and one of those mental health conditions is depression, which I have. Depression is a thing that you get diagnosed with, and you have it. It is a thing. It doesn't go away. You always have it. You just live with it and manage it. And I'm not like in depressive crisis right now, but I still have depression. So I actually hit 2 of the categories that say that I should be getting a booster now. So adds BMI to the redacted swearing list. Yeah, BMI is horrible. Kind of like brain arthritis. Yeah, it's a thing where before I ever got diagnosed with it, I had depression. Like, it is one type of neurodiversity, or it's not neuronormal. It's not just melancholy, and I'm not always in crisis, I'm not always dealing with depressive thoughts, but it is a thing that my brain falls into really, really easily. And I've only had one severe bout of depression that lasted for over a year, where I was not doing well, and I sought treatment, and the treatment wasn't helping, and ultimately made things worse, because after I lost my job, not because of the depression, and could no longer afford my medical insurance, ultimately my therapist's office and my medication manager both sent my accounts to collections, and I had collection agents hounding me to try and collect the couple of $100s that I owed them, which was not good for helping me get through the severe depression that I was in. That was more than 20 years ago, and I have a much better therapist now. But that was one of the lowest points of my life. I had dropped out of undergrad. One of the things that was making the depression worse was monetary, and so the fact that I ended up in collections with the therapist's office was a bad thing. And yeah, American healthcare systems to the list of swear redaction. Yeah, some good days and some bad days. And I was recently on a medication. I have really bad eustachian tubes, and I get sinus infections and ear infections really easily because of it. And they had put me on a medication. I don't remember what it was at the moment, but one of the warnings on it was that it was of concern for people with depression, and to, let your doctor know if you started to have problems. I actually think that I did react to it poorly, and that because I had a bit of a depressive episode while I was taking it, and I don't think until after I was done taking it and sort of returned more to a balanced state, I don't think I recognized that medication was triggering a fall into a depressive state. Because I get depressed occasionally anyway, so it could have just been that it had been a few months since I had an episode and I was in the episode. But I think it was I think the medication didn't help. So I will know next time if the doctor wants to give that to me again. I will probably mention, maybe not. Problem is that when they don't give that to me, what they end up giving me is, I believe, prednisone. It's a oral steroid that ends up also messing with my behavior, and I get really irritable. But it really helps to knock out the infection. Usually the antibiotics by themselves don't, because I'm allergic to 2 major classes of antibiotics, and the ones that they give me aren't necessarily effective in the same ways. Anyway, I'm gonna stop digressing about the medical system and depression and sinus infections, and we're gonna return to playing the game that we have 100% been playing since the moment I went live. Because we have stuff to do in the game today. Let's see. I know we have loading screens are getting a lot worse. I like hanging out with you all. So, we have a side quest, and I believe we're in a position where we can actually go and do the side quest. In fact, I believe we're on the planet that has the side quest. I think we already checked this. So we are definitely side questing. Wes. Oh yeah. I was about to try and jump, and then I remembered this game does not have jump. And then I think we have to do the race for time. Race against time. Amazing how the PSAs for the loading screens are getting better. Yeah, I suspect that this is the last side quest. Science base or debris? I think we go to debris first. I believe the science base is our destination. Oops. Besieged base. Biotic fanatics. Okay. Also, I think I had this mouse last week. The keyboard I'm using, I got this week. I have a new keyboard, thanks to you all. I don't remember exactly which model it is. It is a Corsair. I'm going in exactly the wrong direction. It is not a Jody Hauser Corsair. It is just a Corsair. I got one of their keyboards that has the Cherry MX Red Silent switches. So mechanical keyboard, but it is like the quietest keys that you can buy, which is what I wanted. I wanted the quietest keys possible. Wrong direction equals taking the scenic route. Wrong direction equals Joker yelling at me. Oh. One last little side questy place where I can have fun jumping off of hills, flipping over the Mako. Yes! I succeeded! The Mako is upside down. Now to see, can I... Okay. I have successfully flipped back before. I don't know how I did, though. This may be a time when I am stuck and have to load the game. Oh, no, we flipped! Yes! I don't know what I did. I have no idea what combination of controls allows me to flip it back. But... And, you know, since we are definitely nearing the end of the game, if that was a combination of controls I was going to learn, I think I would have learned it by now. Passenger? There are no passengers in this. Oh, yes! Oh! I thought I had flipped it again. I do think the gun rotation helped. Girls. I don't need them, but I'm going to get them anyway. Come on. Where are they? Aha! You! I want you! Mercury deposit? Oh no! Why did I do this to myself? I hate these things! I don't even need the minerals! Heavy metal surveyed. You have successfully surveyed a large deposit of mercury. Yes. I completely forgot to turn on the caption. They're on now. But I feel badly about having not captioned the beginning of it. It's okay, if it ever makes it, if I ever publish it on YouTube, that will add captions. So the VOD would have them there. Anyway, I have distracted myself. What was it? Yes. For some reason, I was not certain that I had correctly changed the game category when I was updating stuff for preparing today. And so I had to go and check. Even though it's not like me to forget, I just... Like, that is part of... That's the first thing I do when I'm setting up for the next day's stream. But for some reason, I wasn't certain I had done it, so I had to go and check. It's like when I get out of the car, and as I'm walking away from it, I have to double check 2 or 3 times to make sure I locked the car. Or if I leave to go on a trip somewhere, and I have not used the oven all day, after we get about an hour away in the car, I will start to worry about, did I leave the oven on? I know that is my underlying anxiety of that, combined with the fact that I just sometimes forget to do things that I do all the time. And if it is a routine thing that I do without thinking, I will worry that I have forgotten to do it quite often. Alright, we have some debris. Crashed probe. Using that gel. Hi, some silica! Right. To the science base, where we apparently have Rogue Asari, which honestly we should like Rogue Asari, or Biotics, Rogue Biotics. We don't know that they're Asari. I like. So I'm going to recall quick save complete. Come on. Jump, jump. Ah! Scheiße! I was not ready for a Thresher Maw! Shoot. I should have been ready for a Thresher Maw! It was the perfect place for one to appear! I was not ready for a Thresher Maw! I don't remember how to heal. One of these buttons is supposed to heal the Mako. Which one is it? Crap. I don't remember. Is it under? Aid? But what about when I'm driving the Mako? It's not working for that. Vehicle. Shoot. Fire cannon. Repair. R. Thresher Maw. Like the Spanish Inquisition, but in space. Repair. Drive faster! Go! Jeepers! This was all a trap, wasn't it? No, run away! Go. Die! Oh. I was not prepared for that. Quick save. That was a perfectly placed Thresher Maw. Wait. Slightly to the left. Well, if I wasn't awake before, I am now. I was awake before. Alright, I need to go the other direction. I am facing the wrong way. We're taking the scenic route. It is very scenic with lots of high hills and cliffs. And we are upside down once more here in the Mako. Alright, we are back to rightward up. Okay. Oh boy! I'm having a lot of fun today. Might as well repair the Mako while I have a moment, just in case there's like 3 or 4 Thresher Maws ahead of me. This is why no one wants to be in the Mako with Shep. I haven't heard anybody complaining. I think I drive just fine. Can I get on top? Yes! Oh, come on. I wanted to get on top of it, not jump over it. Come on. Do it! So close! So close! Huzzah! I succeeded! Okay. I guess that bunker is where we're supposed to go. But what's over here? This looks like a place I should not go. I tried to jump. I always try to jump. It's a reflex. Look, it's parked so beautifully right on top of the place it's supposed to be parked inside. They should probably save. Alright. Like a glove. Take down the terrorists. But remember to check your targets! The civilians are so addled by the drug, they'll wander right into the middle of a firefight. I have to pay attention to who I'm shooting? This isn't gonna go well. I remember. I have Sledgehammer 10, and the ones I just got are not. There's the music. Somewhat creepy, eerie music.
You must die. Enemy is everywhere. I will destroy you.
Wait. There was somebody behind me? Thank you, Caden. Okay, that's not a great descriptor. Drug-addled scientist.
It's all so beautiful. Can you see it? They're all crawling through my fingers. I will destroy you!
Maybe not. Kind of hard to destroy me when you're dead on the ground. Have at least one more. Biotic terrorist leader. Boy, your parents named you. You can't stop the future. You are correct. You're not the future. Ha ha! I made you float. We all float down here. You've cleared the facility. Civilian losses were tolerable. Evolution of humanity, huh? These biotics didn't seem that different from the other scum you do. Oh.
Think we got him, Commander.
I'm gonna look around and see if there's treasure, but Geekouts is practicing their roguish skills by lurking in the shadows. They may. Hi, Geekouts. Thanks for stopping by. Did you give Caden's butt a proper slap for? Oh yeah, I definitely was watching his back since he was watching mine. No, it's not. I have to look and see if there are goodies.
Where is... Did you see it? It was just here. So beautiful. Can you feel me growing? I'm gonna bring it all!
Okay, Alice.
Bubbles, bubbles, but when I touch them, I pop. Too much spinning.
You're having an interesting trip.
Can you feel me growing? I'm gonna bring it all!
I don't remember what was going on here, but it sure seems like it was fun for a while. There's goodies in... I mean, there were goodies. I just got goodies. If Tali wasn't chaperoning us all the time, I'm sure Caden and I would have a lot more fun.
I can't stop it. I can't stop it. It's all spinning away. I can't stop it. I can't stop it. It's all spinning away.
Unlike this game, where I really don't have romantic options to pick from, during off-stream time, I started a new playthrough of Stardew Valley, and I have been romancing all the guys. I am currently in winter of year 1, and Harvey and Alex are both my boyfriend, fully maxed, and all of the others are very close to when I can give them a bouquet. The idea that Tali can only be a chaperone lacks an understanding of the potential. I'm sure Tali would be okay with joining in. I just don't know that I would want it. I think we have to main quest. Report to Hackett. Turn to the Normandy and use the galaxy map to report to Admiral Hackett. I would not necessarily be against it. I don't have a problem with... it's not terribly interesting to me.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Good work, Commander. You took down the biotics with minimal collateral damage.
My fault. I don't remember what's going on, so I'm gonna go with the Paragon option.
I killed innocent people today, Admiral. Biotics set it up, but I pulled the trigger.
The biotics had every advantage, including human shields. You lost a handful of civilians. Any other unit I sent in would have lost dozens of innocent lives. You saved a lot of lives today, Commander. Fifth Fleet out.
I don't have any more side quests. I think our destination is the Pangea Expanse. Ilos. No more side quests until Mass Effect 2! Time for galactic exploration! As much as I enjoy doing the reading, I think we've read all of them at least once. Go to every system and read every planet description again. That would extend things for a while. I could also do Race Against Time Sovereign. You've discovered that the real enemy is not Saren, but a Reaper called Sovereign. sapient warship of tremendous power. Sovereign is using Saren as a tool to find the conduit, the key to unleashing a new Reaper invasion on the galaxy. Use the Mu relay, stop Saren before he uses the conduit to unleash a Reaper invasion on the galaxy. So, it's race against time, which implies that I should absolutely procrastinate in every way possible, right? I believe that's how it works. Either that or I could actually, go to Ilo. And we could maybe play Mass Effect 2 next week or the week after. I'm guessing it'll be the week after. I don't think there's any way that we're going to finish this game this week. Ooh, it's a pretty green. Can't navigate too far around it. Refuge. Ilos. I'm gonna click. The game is so pretty and I am enjoying it a lot. I don't want it to end. Let's go. I haven't done that in a while. And so I have forgotten the lyrics. Go. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I mean, sorry. I'm trying to remember the lyrics to a song from a musical that ran for 9 days in like 1926. So not the best of musicals. Ooh, I've got some extra planets to look at. It's a musical called Drat the Cat, which I love. It's so freaking adorable. It is like a cat burglar mystery, and I only know it exists because there was a studio cast version done in like 1997 or 98 with Susan Egan in it, and because I'm a huge fan of Susan Egan, I had it and listened to it a lot. But there's a song that starts off with "Let's Go," and so every time I see it, my brain goes, "Let's go." See, now I need the lyrics. Because I have to. Where are they at? I don't have them. They're not here. Anyway, there's stuff about Yonkers and Rye, and anyway, it's a good fun time. Also, if you don't know who Susan Egan is, you should learn who Susan Egan is. Susan Egan is absolutely amazing. She was the original Belle in Beauty and the Beast on Broadway. She voiced Megara in the Disney Hercules movie, as well as in basically every video game appearance that Megara has ever been in. She's a good time. She's a lot of fun. I saw her on Broadway at Studio 54 in Cabaret on New Year's Eve, 99 to 2000. And after the show, we went up to her dressing room to hang out for a bit. She lives in LA, so it was I got to see her when she would tour or come out to the East Coast or stuff. Saw her a few times in New York, once in Baltimore, once in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Yeah, she's good. If you see anything with Susan Egan in it, you should definitely give it a watch, because it's going to be fun. Alright, Zafei is a relatively small hydrogen and helium gas giant. There are several tenuous belts of debris in equatorial orbit. Spectral analysis of the materials suggests artificial origin. Perhaps the remains of stations that once mined Zafei for helium-3. Orbital period, 33.8 Earth years. Radius, 30,488 kilometers. Day length, 12.2 Earth hours. I would have sung more of the song, but I can't find the lyrics right now, and I'm not going to look for too long. I looked briefly, but I'm not going to look anymore. Agatoton. Agatoton has a pressure cooker atmosphere composed of carbon dioxide and ethane. Its scorching hot surface is mainly composed of sulfur with deposits of gold. Surface gravity is comfortable at 1 standard Gs. There are several areas of debris that may be the wreckage of downed Prothean aerostat colonies. Based on the size of the debris fields, a population of over 100,000 was likely. Orbital period 0.4 Earth years. Radius 6,172 kilometers. Day length 50.5 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 84.30 Earth atmosphere. Surface temperature 510 Celsius. Ooh, I am not warmed up for trying to read those like the Micro Machine guy. Ilos. In the golden age of the Prothean, Ilos was a verdant world dotted with the spires and arches of magnificent cities. Even casual observation shows this is no longer the case. Ilos has been devastated by means unknown. Its entire surface changed to the color of rust. Atmosphere shows heightened levels of oxygen. Wildfires, presumably ignited by lightning strikes, can be seen burning on the dark side. This indicates that most, if not all, respirating animal life forms have died off. Surface gravity is a comfortable 1.17 standard Gs. Orbital period 261 Earth days. Radius 8,607 kilometers. Day length 54.5 Earth hours. Atmospheric pressure 11.26 Earth atmosphere. Surface temperature 38 Celsius. Shall we land? Shall we land? Bum bum bum. Shall we land on this planet? Shall we land? Dun dun dun. Sorry. I don't know. I don't know. The King and I came for me. Haven't had a video sequence of the mass relay recently. Oh yeah.
Commander, we've got company.
Have their sensors picked us up yet?
Stealth systems are engaged. Unless we get close.
Don't tell me I have to do a space battle.
Any idea we're here?
Picking up some strange readings from the planet's surface.
Take us down, Joker. Lock in on the coordinates.
Negative on that, Commander. The nearest landing zone's 2 clicks away.
We'll never make it in time on foot. Get us something closer.
There is nowhere closer. I've looked.
Drop us in the Mako.
You need at least 100 meters of open terrain to pull off a drop like that. The most I can find near Sarin is 20.
20 meters? We'll never get in close enough for a drop.
We have to try.
Find another landing zone.
There is no other landing zone!
The descent angle's too steep.
It's our only option.
It's not an option. It's a suicide run. We don't...
I can do it.
Press Joker,
Joker.
Caden.
I can do it.
Gear up and head down to the Mako. Joker, drop us right on top of that bastard.
Come on, Caden. Leave Joker to his work and come with me. Alright, for my team, Caden and Tali. Let's do this. I don't know what I'm getting into. Caden Presley cannot change topography. Switch pants to the brown versions for what we're about to do. Make sure you have the red shirt on, too. Although, I don't want to be a red shirt, so maybe not. I just confused myself with different meanings for red shirts, and this is gonna be interesting.
You two, keep moving inside now.
Well, I don't think we made it inside. Fasten all seatbelts, seal all entrances and exits.
Before Saren finds the conduit. There's no way we're getting past that door with brute force.
Saren found some way to open it. There must be some kind of security override somewhere in this complex.
We'll have to find some way to get it up and running again.
Okay. Portico, is that a Macross Saga reference? Spaceballs. It honestly feels like it could be a Macross Saga reference, so maybe they were referencing the Macross Saga in Spaceballs? Oh, shoes. There goes the planet. You're all familiar with the Macross Saga, right? Robotech cartoon. I don't know why I'm going this way, except that people started shooting at me. A plaza, and there's an elevator. Archive door. I have to fight my way into the archive. Alright. Ooh, codex. Codex! There's a codex!
Pharos is a habitable, like the ancient human city of Troy. Ilos is a world known only through second-hand sources. References to Ilos have been found at several other Prothean ruins, though direct study of the world is unlikely to occur. Ilos lies in a remote area of the Terminus systems, only accessible by the legendary Mu Relay. 4,000 years ago, the Mu Relay was knocked out of position by a supernova and lost. Since then, Ilos and its cluster have been inaccessible.
I'm here.
Occasionally, a university will organize an expedition to chart a route to Ilos using conventional FTL drive. These never get beyond the planning stages due to the distance and danger. The journey could take years or decades, passing through the hostile Terminus systems and dozens of unexplored systems.
Well, we managed to get here, so it can't be that hard. Find the conduit. Saren and his troops have disappeared into a sealed bunker beneath the surface of Ilos, sealing the doors behind them. You need to find a security control room to open the sealed doors leading into the underground archive. Underground? Not really the best place to put an archive? Well, it depends. Underground is okay as long as it's a dry cavern space. In fact, like the archives at the University of Minnesota are in fact in a natural cave underground that they then poured a giant vault inside of. Really quite impressive. And while there is water in the area, there's a separation between, so because they have the giant vault inside, there's a space between like the cavern wall and the vault wall, and in that space is where like moisture and stuff is. But they don't actually have to spend money on heating or on cooling, because the cavern it's inside of is naturally at the right temperature for archival purposes. Very, very amazing. Not as great are the when we get architecture students who want to come in and design us a better archive here, and they inevitably want to put it under the duck pond. Which is not a great location. Because you don't want to put an archive under a pond. That's just bad planning. So underground, okay. Underwater, not so much. Although, if that archive is swimming around on the Sequest DSV, maybe. Although I did have a really big crush on Jonathan Brandis in Sequest. Basically don't remember much about the show. I've watched it a couple of times. Really don't remember anything but that Jonathan Brandis was nice to look at. Honestly, I looked a lot like him when I was the same age. I am in a trench. Great. That was definitely the hairstyle that I had, and actually the hairstyle that I liked the most. And would still definitely have if I had enough hair on the top of my head to wear that hairstyle. Of course, that hairstyle was really easy to work with. And someday, if I ever have enough gumption, I mean, so I wear the hat because when I look in the mirror without it, I don't feel like I see myself. And with the hat, I feel more like myself. If that makes any sense. And the hat, not as expensive as a good and proper wig that is worth wearing. Which, so someday I actually do want to try actually getting a wig. So that maybe I can have hair. I got to have control over my hairstyle? Oh, yeah? So yeah, there's... Someday, I would like to get a wig, an actual, like, good wig, and be able to have a hairstyle that I want to have again. But wigs are expensive. And I also, if I'm gonna get one, I need to go to a place where I can have somebody show me how to put it on properly and, like, make sure it's fitted right, and those aren't really nearby locally. So that is all, like, long-term planning. Eventually that will happen. For now, I wear hats. And I had been cutting my hair short, because that's just what you do if you're mostly bald. But I stopped doing that when I started having to commute back to work, and now I'm just like, nope, I'm not going to bother with the cutting of the hair. It's just growing long in the back and on the sides. And on top, the tiny bit that's still there. Another option, what was that? Did it just auto-save something? I don't like that. Another option would be, like, hair transplant, where they take hair from where I have it and put it where I don't. And looking at that, it's more expensive, and I think the wig is a better way. You didn't get control over your haircuts until you went to college. Wow. I basically had control over my haircuts sometime in middle school. We had a neighbor down the street that had a hair salon in her downstairs. And for like $10 a cut, I just walked around the corner and got my hair cut from her. So I was paying for them myself, so I got to choose what I wanted. It is definitely, like, I tried to adjust to being bald, and it's just, it never felt like me. I tried to make the adjustment, and for years I wore the short haircut that they supposedly, like, appropriate for older men who have been balding. Never felt right. It contributed to depression and looking in the mirror and not seeing myself. So I stopped. Like, I don't know, 3 years ago I started wearing a hat all day and just not taking it off when I got to work, because I always wore the hat to and from work. So 3 years ago I stopped taking it off when I got to work, and I've been happier since. Alright, there's an elevator that goes up. But I think that is the path forward. So what is this elevator? All vine covered. Hi, we're in another elevator built by the ancient people that used the place that has the elevators that we normally ride. Alright. That is... Oh, that on the map was just the elevator. Got it. Can I maybe check the equipment that we've recently gotten to see if any of it is better? That does not look better. No. No. Still can't wear heavy armor. Okay. I think we did a good job of preparing before coming in here. I'm not expecting any... That's better. Because I have a Brawler 9, and Brawler 10 is better. Yes, please, equip that. Sokolov 7. Still better than that Avalanche 10. I don't know. Might be worth doing. Slightly slower rate of fire, but because of the heatsink. Was it just, Portico, was it just your parents, like, weren't willing to let you choose what style you wanted your hair to be? That just seems odd to me. Like, that is a weird thing to not allow to me. Oh. Sorry. I never went too bizarre. I used to, I would dye my hair so it was slightly more blonde than natural, because I was blonde. And I had the, like, Jonathan Brandis kind of floppy hair cut. But I didn't go anywhere near as extreme as my husband, who had a like faux hawk flopped over, like shaved on the sides. The one that we call by the name of a native tribe, and it should have a better name, but I don't know of another name. So I will say it for clarity purposes, but I really think it should have a better name. The haircut known as a mohawk, only like flopped over and dyed multicolored, which I would not have been able to get away with that. But he did. Also, like, his mom took him to his first gay club, and I never went to a gay club until, like, college. So we had two very different experiences. Why is everything jammed up here? There's, like, nothing up here. Don't understand. You had a half-hour argument just to get a short flat top. So I had freedom with my hair and, like, looks and whatnot. I didn't have a lot of choice when it came to clothes. My clothes were hand-me-downs from my older brother. I was in high school that I got my very first pair of blue jeans. Because before that, everything was 1980s cargo shorts. Or cargo pants. Because that's what my brother had worn. Where are these things? Stop it! Stop jumping around, you silly things! I don't like you! Nerd herders! Thank you, Caden and Tali, for actually taking care of the threat. And it was a hassle to try and get permission to go anywhere or do anything with friends. It was a game of 20,000 questions. I had to have absolutely every detail, and if one of my friends was going to be driving rather than like one of their parents, then my dad had to meet them. So I didn't go out a lot. Mostly stayed home and...
This place still has power. It must be running off its own generator.
I bet this is the command center for the entire complex. Saren's troops must have sealed the doors from here after he went inside. We'll have to figure out how to disengage the security lockdown if we ever want to get inside that bunker.
Thank you for the exposition, Tali. I mostly stayed home and watched my older brother play video games, because I wasn't as good at them as he was, so I didn't get to play them. But that's why you all get to watch me play retro games that I didn't play when I was a kid. Because I want to play them. That's why everything is a first playthrough for me, instead of being like return to a beloved game from my youth. Because even if I've seen them, I haven't played them. Alright, somebody knocked out Caden. That is unacceptable. No, so Portico, it's not so much it's not so much that I watched my brother because he was better at them, so I didn't get to play, as the fact that my younger brother got to play even though he wasn't as good as my older brother either, and oftentimes wasn't even as good as me. My older brother just wouldn't let me play because he was better at it than I was. But he would let my younger brother play. What? I will say I definitely had issues with my older brother for a while. We're adults now. He's got kids who are pretty great. But yeah, there were issues. But yeah, having conversations about the issues that I had with my older brother, that's not for stream, that's for the therapist. Know where I want to go. Here at tip panel. I assume that is upstairs. I will say I do recall a time in high school. He must have been like a senior or something, and I would have been like a sophomore. I don't remember exactly how old we were, but I remember he...
Come on. Seren's already got a head start. We have to go find him before he reaches the conduit.
Unless he's already found it, then we're just walking into a trap.
That's a chance we'll have to take.
Hold on. Something's happening.
Too late. Unable to... Invading fleets. No escape.
Sounds like some kind of message, but I don't recognize the language.
It's probably in Prothean. This recording must be 50,000 years old. No wonder we can't understand it.
The message is all broken up, but I recognize some of the words. It's a warning against the Reaper invasion.
Incredible! The cipher must have transferred an understanding of the Prothean language into your mind.
Not safe.
Get out of my head!
Inside the archives.
What's it saying? Can you make out anything useful?
Take shelter in the archives.
The Citadel. Overwhelmed. Only hope.
Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Act of desperation. The conduit. All is lost.
It said something about the conduit, but it's too degraded to help. We should go.
Cannot be stopped.
I should go.
Cannot be stopped.
The interaction with the hologram ends with, I should go. Okay. Now what? That what I needed? Enter the archives! Rightio. Oh. There's a flag on the screen. What's up here? Aw. I wanted there to be something up here. These are those maintenance bots, right? That are on the Citadel? The ones that nobody knows where they're from, and first I thought they were something I needed to shoot at, and then they were friendly. Also, can we stop and look at one of these Protheans? They seem like Illithids. Or the Ood. Somewhat tall. Here's they had, like... Are those fins for hands? Or fins on, like, webbed hands? I assume this is a statue of a Prothean. Although... the webbing on the left hand here is much more extensive than on the right hand. Apparently bald. Two of the tentacles come out right under the eye. One of them is extra long. It may not be a Oh, that's true. If it's not a statue... Were they in some sort of assistive device to move around? Is this like a chair on a ball? So not necessarily a wheelchair, but like a ball chair? That's interesting. I was sort of assuming that these were like petrified Protheans. Very interesting. A Bosu chair for posture. Like an interface for a computer? Maybe? I don't know. Possibly. I was thinking more like the ball in the chair would roll and like it's that instead of Mr. I guess maybe that is sort of... Wait, what is... Look at the back of the neck. It's not exactly hair. It looks almost cybernetic. Space toilet! Sorry, I got a little distracted by examining them, but there's a lot of detail here, and I'm very curious what they actually look like as living creature. But also really scared that they would not be nice. Could I maybe save? Today on Archival Adventures, the Prothean Archive. If I can get... How does one... did I miss something? I followed the... I thought that's where it was telling me to go. Maybe I need to go upstairs. On this episode of Archival Adventures, we are exploring the works of the Prothean. That is, if we can ever escape this area? Where the heck am I supposed to go? I went the exact opposite direction. Well, we took the scenic route. Make sure that you have your weapons about you on this adventure. It is going to be a dangerous one because there's someone else here who's looking to hurt the archives in some way. Well, I'm lost in the archives, which happens occasionally. Through here? I don't know why that was so hard. Sorry that your biotic implants are hurting you. Can we get him better ones? Adds a special note. This archive was once the space territory of the Protheans whose bodies were harmed and destroyed by the Reapers, and we recognize their continuing connection to this galaxy and our inhabitants. Thank you. Although I do the land acknowledgement, like, I do it because I believe that it is important to acknowledge that, and I have multiple times coordinated with the local, the Monacan Nation on projects. And so for me, it's not just, I'm going to acknowledge this because it's the done thing. It's also, yes, I need to. I think it's also just important to make acknowledgements out of respect for the people that I genuinely actually have worked with and know. And that's kind of the same with our acknowledgement includes an acknowledgement of historical slavery that benefited the institution, which I definitely also think is very important. And the revised statement, the new statement, was put together by members of those communities. So overall,
good idea. The firepower will come in handy.
Overall good, but at the same time, I struggle with it because having a statement is great and all, but I actually want to see actual change, which I, in my 6 years at the Institute, have yet to see. They like to talk pretty, but it often doesn't amount to anything.
I thought Saren would have set some kind of trap or ambush for us. They must have been in too much of a hurry.
Or we just haven't run into it yet.
Yeah, Tali, you're probably right. I should probably quick save, because I don't want to get lost again if I have to reload. I almost flipped it in here. Yeah, Portico. There's a lot of, well, we put out a statement. What more do you want from us? Well, how about actual change? Like, I'm on a hiring committee, and one of our job qualifications for a job that has no specific, like, duties pertaining to diversity and inclusion, one of the required qualifications is that the person needs to have demonstrated experience promoting diversity and inclusion, because it is a leadership role and therefore requires the ability to help promote diversity and inclusion. And we had to fight with HR.
Some kind of containers?
They look like stasis pods. The Protheans probably tried to keep themselves alive through cryogenic freezing.
Oh.
Something must have gone wrong, though. This bunker became their tomb. The pods are dead.
It's
And so is anyone inside.
not an archive.
There must be hundreds of those pods. What was Saren expecting to find here? There's nothing left but corpses.
It's a people archive. It's not a document archive, it's a people archive. Should not have built it under a lake. Well, if they're essentially like... Are they essentially like cryopods? Because if that's the case, maybe the people are recoverable. Am I gonna meet Protheans? Why did you start shooting at me? I was reacting with wonder and delight. This is gorgeous. Creepy, which is perfect for this time of year. Also gorgeous. Looked at the time and I'm trying to calculate. Now you have wonder about fight. Same difference. Come on, we can flip it. Flip it good. I did it. I flipped the Mako in the Prothean archive. Okay. I had to do it. It was required. Because I saw the opportunity. Okay, it is literally just one long road. What's that? That's some sort of force barrier. Is it full of midichlorians?
What's happening?
It's a trap. Saren must have set an ambush.
I don't think Saren's behind this.
What do you know, Tali? We also just had an autosave again, which doesn't make me worry at all. I should maybe look at where we're going instead of looking at Caden, but I'm gonna keep looking at Caden.
If this were simply an automated trap, Saren would have triggered it. What do you think this is?
I don't know. I just hope that whatever's down here is friendly. We've got enough enemies at the moment.
Your weapons away. We want to appear friendly. Vigil. We ready for another holographic interface? Look at how pretty it is. Also, I did not intend to give crotch view like that. TripAdvisor review of Prothean Archive. Out of 10. No elevator music. Would not visit again. I was trying to show off like the pods to the left and right, and BAM! Shep crotch. Right in the face.
You are not Prothean, but you are not machine either. This eventuality was
package for you
that was anticipated. This is why we sent our warning through the beacons.
Looks like some kind of VI program. Pretty badly damaged.
I do not sense the taint of indoctrination upon any of you, unlike the other that passed recently. Perhaps there is still hope.
Wait a minute, how come I can understand you? Why aren't you speaking the Prothean language?
I have been monitoring your communications since you arrived at this facility. I have translated my output into a format you will comprehend. My name is Vigil. You are safe here for the moment, but that is likely to change. Soon, nowhere will be safe.
Yeah? I mean, there's a get information. I have to ask the what are you? It's the only option.
Are you some kind of artificial intelligence program?
I am an advanced non-organic analysis system with personality imprints from Kesad Aishan, Chief Overseer of the Ilos Research Facility.
Kesad Aishan? Tell me more of this Kesad Aishan. What do you want?
Why did you bring me here?
You must break a cycle that has continued for millions of years. But to stop it, you must understand, or you will make the same mistakes we did. The Citadel is the heart of your civilization and the seat of government, as it was with us, and as it has been with every civilization that came before us. But the Citadel is a trap. The station is actually an enormous mass relay, one that links to dark space, the empty void beyond the galaxy's horizon. When the Citadel relay is activated, the Reapers will pour through, and all you know will be destroyed.
So we don't turn it on. Who built it then? If it's been the seat of government for every civilization, who built it? Why is it in such good condition? The little robots are in control of it, aren't they?
How come nobody ever noticed the Citadel was an inactive mass relay?
The Reapers are careful to keep the greatest secrets of the Citadel hidden. That is why they created a species of seemingly benign organic caretakers. The Keepers maintain the station's most basic functions. They enable any species that discovers the Citadel to use it without fully understanding the technology. Reliance on the Keepers ensures no other species will ever discover the Citadel's true nature. Not until the relay is activated and the Reapers invade.
Thank you, Mobius, because I did not recall that, but we definitely did talk to Sovereign. And so if that was in that conversation, I didn't remember it, so thank you.
How do the Reapers survive out in dark space?
We have only theories. The researchers here came to believe the Reapers enter prolonged states of inactivity to conserve energy. This allows them to survive the thousands and thousands of years it takes for organic civilization to rebuild itself. But in this state, they are vulnerable. By retreating beyond the edges of the galaxy, they ensure no one will accidentally discover them. They keep their existence hidden until the Citadel relay is activated.
Why? Who initially programmed them, and why are they programmed to kill everything? Also, the whole plot line, the whole thing, just keeps making me think somebody involved in the creation of this had to have read Charles Sheffield's Heritage Universe. Like, it's not identical. It definitely feels inspired by.
If he turns on the relay, the Reapers can wipe out the Council and the Citadel fleet in one fell swoop.
That was our fate. Our leaders were dead before we even realized we were under attack. The Reapers seized control of the Citadel, and through it, the mass relays. Communication and transportation across our empire were crippled. Each star system was isolated, cut off from the others. Easy prey for the Reaper fleets. Over the next decades, the Reapers systematically obliterated our people. World by world, system by system, they methodically wiped us out.
They lure them in, get them set up their seat of government on the Citadel, which gotta take a little bit of manipulation to make sure that that happens repeatedly and they don't like retain their seat of government elsewhere, but get them to put all of their most important leaders and the center of their civilization on the Citadel, which lets them kill them all at once, cutting everybody off and throwing everything into chaos as soon as they strike. That is just diabolical.
Some of you must have managed to survive.
Through the Citadel, the Reapers had access to all our records, maps, census data. Information is power, and they knew everything about us. Their fleets advanced across every settled region of the galaxy. Some worlds were utterly destroyed. Others were conquered, their populations enslaved. These indoctrinated servants became sleeper agents under Reaper control. Taken in as refugees by other Protheans, they betrayed them to the machines.
This is really well written.
For centuries, the Reapers had killed or enslaved every Prothean in the galaxy. They were relentless, brutal, and absolutely thorough.
Why do they do this? Why? Tell me why!
What do the Reapers get out of this? Why do they keep repeating this pattern of genocide over and over?
The Reapers are alien, unknowable. Perhaps
I don't believe that.
Or resources. More likely they are driven
They're
by
not
motives
unknowable.
and goals organic beings cannot hope to comprehend. In the end, what does it matter? Your survival depends on stopping them, not in understanding them.
But I want to know!
I don't understand. Where did the Reapers go after they conquered your people?
Our worlds were stripped bare, harvested by the indoctrinated slaves. Everything of value, all resources, all technology was taken. Certain that all advanced organic life had been extinguished, the Reapers retreated back through the Citadel relay into dark space, sealing it behind them. All evidence of the Reaper invasion had been wiped away. Only their indoctrinated slaves were left behind, abandoned. Mindless husks, no longer capable of independent thought. The indoctrinated soon starved or died of exposure. The genocide of the Protheans was complete.
Well, I mean, it seems that the obvious step to take is destroy the Citadel.
You said you brought me here for a reason. Tell me what I need to do.
The conduit is the key. Before the Reapers attacked, we Protheans were on the cusp of unlocking the mysteries behind mass relay technology. Ilos was a top-secret facility. Here, researchers worked to create a small-scale version of a mass relay, one that linked directly to the Citadel, the hub of the relay network.
The conduit's not a weapon. It's a back door under the Citadel.
I have to go with the question mark? Yeah.
How did you manage to stay hidden?
All official records of our project were destroyed in the initial attack on the Citadel. While the Prothean Empire came crashing down, Ilos was spared. We severed all communication with the outside, and our facility went dark.
You still died.
The personnel retreated underground into these archives. To conserve resources, everyone was put into cryogenic
They're in
stasis.
cryostasis! Wake
I
them
was
up!
programmed to monitor the facility and wake the staff when the danger had passed.
Danger's not past, but wake them up
The
anyway!
genocide of an entire species is a long, slow process. Years passed, decades, centuries. The Reapers persisted, and my energy reserves were dwindling.
How did you survive?
I began to disable the life support of non-essential personnel. First support staff, then security.
They still have power!
Their pods were shut down to conserve energy. Eventually, only the stasis pods of the top scientists remained active. Even these were in danger of failing when the Reapers finally retreated back through the Citadel relay.
There were hundreds of stasis pods out there.
Thousands.
You just shut them down? You killed them?
I mean, if AI had so this is a situation akin to 2001: A Space Odyssey with HAL 9000. AI was given a specific directive. The computer was given a directive. Wake them up when the danger had passed. It had a hierarchy of who was important and who wasn't built into it. The only way to wake them up when the danger passed was for it to still be there when the danger passed. So it had to prioritize its own survival in order to be able to execute its directive. And so HAL 9000, 2001: A Space Odyssey is so much better as a book than the movie. The movie is weird. And the movie makes HAL 9000 out to be a bad guy. HAL 9000 is not a bad guy. HAL 9000 is just executing his program, and the humans just don't understand what the directive is. So HAL 9000's directive is to keep humanity safe. And HAL 9000 has additional information that the humans are not really aware of, and is trying to stop Dave. Like, it's trying to, like, there's layers of stuff going on in 2001: A Space Odyssey that is not necessarily known by the humans. So the humans see the computer as attacking them, but really the computer is defending the mission from the humans who are jeopardizing the success of the mission. And HAL 9000 was programmed that the success of the mission was all important, and its failure meant the doom of Earth. So the computer's directive is based on information that the astronauts don't have. And ultimately, HAL 9000 is not a bad guy. And when you get on to like 2010 and 2032, when you get into the later novels, it all becomes more clear. The novels are weird. Things change. The books were written very long apart, and what's canon in one book is not in another. If you look at the movie, is it the movie that has them going to for 2001: A Space Odyssey? Because one of them is wrong. Or they don't match. 2001: A Space Odyssey, the book takes place at Titan, the moon of Saturn. But I believe the movie is Jupiter. Either that or I have them reverse. But then when you get to the next book, he adjusted the book to match the movie. So what happens in the second book, the movie is canon, but the original book is not. It's very confusing. You have to make the adjustment mentally in order to progress the story. It's a good story overall, but the inconsistency with it and the fact that like the fourth book was written like 20 years after the third book, things don't stay consistent, but they're all good stories. But yeah, HAL 9000 was not a bad guy, and so Tally is judging here, and my options are it was necessary, which is the renegade option, or that's monstrous, which is the paragon option, or you betrayed them as the middle option. This computer was just executing its directive. It's not a monstrous act. So yeah, HAL was not bad. Oh, the explanatory scene about HAL 9000 not being bad was shot but not included in the film. Lemon Twist, I did not know that. I wonder if it's on any of like DVD extras or something like that, or like extended edition or something. I can't watch that movie. That movie is for going to sleep. I try to watch it. I never get past like a third of the way through without falling asleep. So that is if I really need to go to sleep, I put on 2001: A Space Odyssey. Kubrick wasn't happy with the effects for Saturn's rings, which the SFX master Doug Trumbull then used in Silent Running. I didn't know that. And Jupiter sets up an amazing bit in this. Well, and so the sequel, 2010, is based on the book 2010, which takes place as though all of the events of the original happened at Jupiter. Because the sequel book was written after the movie, and he had adjusted the location from being Saturn to being Jupiter. Brilliant at conjuring up the tedium of space travel. And yes, 2010 had Taliesin Jaffe in it. Okay, I have to respond on this. Just don't know what I think I have to go with the Renegade option, because I truly think the computer did exactly what it was supposed to be doing. I have to go with it was necessary. I'm siding with the computer.
You couldn't let everyone die. Better to sacrifice some so others could live.
This outcome was not completely unforeseen. My actions were a result of contingency programming entered on my creation.
Yeah.
I bet they didn't tell the non-essential staff about this contingency.
I'm sure they didn't.
I saved key personnel. When the Reapers retreated, the top researchers were still alive. My actions are the only reason any hope remains.
Wake them up!
When the researchers woke, they realized the Prothean species was doomed.
Did wake them up.
There were only a dozen individuals left, far too few to sustain a viable population. Yet they vowed to find some way to stop the Reapers from returning, a way to break the cycle forever. And they knew the Keepers were the key.
The Keepers of the Key? Alright, what about the conduit?
I still don't understand what's going on here. Why is Saren trying to find the conduit?
The conduit gives him access to the Citadel and the Keepers.
But he already had access to the
Citadel.
Citadel.
By the Citadel. Before each invasion, a signal is sent through the station compelling the Keepers to activate the Citadel relay. After decades of feverish study, the scientists discovered a way to alter this signal. Using the conduit, they gained access to the Citadel and made the modifications. This time, when Sovereign sent the signal to the Citadel, the Keepers ignored it. The Reapers are trapped in dark space.
They're teens. Can't they just fly through dark space until they get back into space?
Saren must have some plan to undo everything you did.
The one you call Saren will use the conduit to bypass the Citadel's defenses. Once inside, he will transfer control of the station to Sovereign. Sovereign will override the Citadel systems and manually open the relay, and the cycle of extinction will begin again.
I'll take Sovereign down. Somehow.
There's a data file in my console. Take a copy when you go. When you reach the Citadel's master control unit, upload it to the station.
This is all just elaborate Tron.
Security protocols.
You have to fight the master control unit.
Control of the station. It might give you a chance against Sovereign.
Wait, where's the Citadel's master control unit? I've never heard of anything like that.
Through the conduit. Follow Saren. He will lead you to your destination.
There's an investigate option. I have to take the investigate option. Alright, start with Sovereign.
If the Reapers are trapped in dark space, how did Sovereign get here?
It is logical to assume the Reapers would leave one of their own behind after each extinction. A sentinel to pave the way for their inevitable return. Like those in dark space, Sovereign probably spent most of the last 50,000 years in a state of hibernation. Periodically, it would wake to analyze the situation. Keeping its existence hidden, it would evaluate the state of galactic civilization. And when the time was right, it would signal the Citadel and usher in the next Reaper invasion. But this time the signal failed. The Keepers did not respond. Sovereign's allies were trapped in the void. Alone, it was forced to try and discover what had gone wrong.
Okay, I'm gonna finish this conversation in just a second. I need to take a quick bio break. Before we get too far into this, and I might have to start doing things. So I will be right back. Having so much fun today. Okay, I am back. Yeah, we're definitely not finishing today. There's no way that this is... But we are close, and the story is good. Yeah, like, didn't they...
Sovereign's the largest ship in the galaxy. Why all this secrecy? Why not just attack the Citadel?
He doesn't want to
Sovereign
destroy
was
it?
not invincible. Revealing its true nature would have united the forces of every organic species against it. Even a Reaper couldn't survive such odds. But the Reapers are patient. They will not rush into the unknown. Sovereign could have been planning this for centuries, moving deliberately, gathering allies. Slowly, it has assembled the pieces of the puzzle, working through agents to keep itself hidden. Saren is the most visible pawn of the Reapers, but I doubt he was the first. Now Sovereign has grown bold. Whether from confidence or desperation, I cannot say. But it is determined to reopen the portal to dark space.
This is making a lot of Andromeda make a lot more sense.
What about the beacon on Eden Prime? And the one on Vermeer? What were they for?
At our apex, the beacons spanned the breadth of our empire. We used them as a single galaxy-wide network to transmit data and communications rapidly from world to world. Virtually all the beacons were destroyed during the invasion, but once the Reapers were gone, the survivors here on Ilos decided to risk sending out a message. We knew it was unlikely there were other survivors, but if there were, we wanted them to know about Ilos. We wanted to give them hope, so a message was sent across the network.
You could have exposed yourself to the Reapers.
In truth, we didn't expect any of the beacons would still function, but we had to try. If there were survivors, we had to reach them. The message was meant for our own people. It was coded so only organic beings could interpret it. We still didn't understand the power of Reaper indoctrination. We never realized it could lead an agent of the machines, like Saren, to this world. But it has also led you here. So perhaps we did not fail after all.
So when the Reapers created the Citadel, they created the Keepers as well?
They're so
A
cute.
more likely scenario is that the Keepers were one of the early harvested civilizations. Perhaps the very first.
Maybe the Keepers built this.
Perhaps they responded well to indoctrination, or the Reapers simply
And the
made
mass
them to
relays.
be obedient. In any case, they were left behind to operate and maintain the Citadel. But the Keepers are no longer directly controlled by Sovereign or its ilk. They evolved so that they only respond to the signals emitted by the Citadel itself. When the Protheans altered the Citadel's signals, they broke Sovereign's hold over the Keepers. Now, they are completely harmless.
Sovereign must have realized that organic races were difficult to control.
A likely hypothesis. The Keepers evolved in an unanticipated direction. Non-organic servants like the Geth would be more predictable.
What happened to the survivors from the Conduit
Are
project?
there living
They
Protheans?
used the conduit to gain access to the Citadel, but the conduit is only a prototype. The portal only links in one direction, so they were trapped on the station. I do not know what became of them then. It is unlikely they found any food or water on the station. I fear they suffered a slow, grim death. I only know they succeeded in their mission to seal the relay. Your presence here proves their sacrifice was not in vain.
Alright. Shall we progress the story forward? Mobius, it is amazing. Like, this lore drop is so good. I want this for Dragon Age. I have Dragon Age Origins. I've tried starting it multiple times. It's good, but I really want I want like a legendary edition or an enhanced edition of it. I want them to bring it up. It deserves this treatment too. Yeah, Mobius. I mean, the game itself has been really good up to this point. But the story just hits right here. Like, it's well written. The intricacies of the plotting, the overall plan, the severe galactic threat. It's all there. All of the elements are there, and they're put together so nicely. So, very, very well done. Okay, let's move.
Saren's got enough of a head start. Grab that data file and let's go.
The one you call Saren has not reached the conduit. Not yet. There is still hope if you hurry.
Ooh, I got +2 Renegade from that. The conduit is not a weapon, but a back door into the Citadel, which is actually an enormous mass relay. Saren will use the conduit to get onto the Citadel and unlock it, ushering in a Reaper invasion that will destroy all organic life in the galaxy. Saren has used the conduit to get onto the Citadel. Have to stop him from transferring control of the Citadel to Sovereign. Oh, and yeah, I should maybe save. Thank you for the reminder. Okay. Where do I go? Do I just go back? like a mine shaft elevator.
It's tragic. For all their great achievements, the Protheans lost everything, just like my people. Even their last plan failed.
Not entirely. They've given us a weapon that gives us a chance. If we can just get there in time.
Why do I want to... What? Why do I feel like we're not going to be in time? Oh, the force field is gone. I can move forward. Let's go! The universe needs our help! I don't have time for you. What is that? Aqueduct. I guess I'm driving through the aqueduct. Trench Run. The name of the map is Trench Run. Like a good place to be attacked by many weapons. So pretty. I don't know why it's pretty. It's just is. They've done a really good job with this game. Oh, it is a Colossus. I thought that's what those were in the archive too, or in the security place, and they weren't attacking me. I'm confused. What's up ahead here? Oh. Missiles. Well, that wasn't too hard. Somebody's shooting at me. I should take care of that, shouldn't I? I am so glad I brought the Mako down here.
Conduit. It's incredible.
We don't have time to admire the view. We have to get through that relay. And these Geth aren't gonna make it easy on us.
It looks like the, reminds me of the thing from, Contact with the spinning rings. Are those Geth ships attacking? Like,
Activate the defenses. Seal the station. Arms aren't moving. Systems not responding. Abandon the Citadel. Evacuate the Council. Citadel Control. Citadel Control. Do you copy?
We're too late. Scheiße. 37 seconds. Drive! Just drive! 20 seconds. Go, 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 go. Drive, drive, drive. Drive, 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 drive. Sorry, Joker. I flew without you.
Critical failures detected across all monitored systems. Please begin emergency evacuation.
You do not get to hurt the Hanar. Hi, Avina. Hey, a status update. Oh, crap. Yeah, I'm like, I know what, it was right there the whole time?
The Presidium is experiencing severe system malfunctions across the entire level. All non-emergency personnel must evacuate immediately.
Give me a rundown of the damage.
We have lost all primary power to the level. Environmental controls are not responding. Class 3 fires are burning in sectors 2, 3, 6, and 7. Civilian casualties are high. I am also detecting numerous unauthorized synthetic life forms throughout the station. They are believed to be hostile. Please approach with caution.
What happened to the Council?
In accordance with standard emergency procedures, the Council has been evacuated to the Destiny Ascension.
Really? If you looked at it with Caden, he would complain about headaches because his implants were buzzing from the relay there. That is a cool detail that I completely missed.
What about Captain Anderson and Ambassador Udina? What happened to them?
Please tell me Udina died.
Information on the status of specific individuals. Once the current crisis has been resolved, a complete accounting of casualties and survivors will begin.
Oh, Millie, you're gonna be missing the finale. I take it. I take that to mean that you're not gonna make it next week. But it'll be on VOD too. If you can't make it live, it'll be VOD. This is so good.
Where's Saren?
Former Spectre agent Saren Arturius is nearing the vicinity of the Council chamber. A warrant has been issued for his arrest, though Citadel security is unable to respond at this time.
A warrant. Well, if you're not able to make it, you will be missed. It's been good having you hang out.
Before it's too late.
Please begin emergency evacuation procedures. This is not a drill.
Presidium. Save the Citadel.
Please begin emergency evacuation procedures.
This,
This is not a drill.
the game has been good. It got really good. I want there to be elevator music. Despite the emergency going on, it should still have the fun, happy elevator music. That would be perfect.
The Citadel's closing. They're sealing the station.
Not closing.
Don't let the enemy ships inside the arms.
It's preparing to open a mass relay. Oh. So the Normandy is far from here right now. Right? I guess, does it have to seal to be a... For some reason I thought those would need to be open to be used as a mass relay. That's creepy. Yeah, let's stop the other Reapers from coming.
We're going outside.
Well, this is a new perspective on the Citadel. Ay, yeesh. Oh. Well, at least it's a straightforward path. Yeah. That is a big boy. I don't think shooting it from here is going to do any good. There is a one mission in Star Trek Online where you are on the outside of Deep Space Nine. This feels a little like that. This is really cool. Oh. Graphically, it's really, really good. So I know that this is the upgraded graphics because it's the Legendary Edition. It just feels really good. I keep saying really good. There should be better descriptors, but heck. Where'd he go? I launched him into the air, and now I don't know where he's at. I don't even have to use lift to launch them in the air. I can just push and they go flying off. That's fun. Oh. Oh. I cannot save. So... This may be, I'm not surprised I can't save. I'm just thinking about, like, time. I'm like, will this finish in a half an hour? Will I have a save point between now and when I'm supposed to end? Okay, there are a few places where I can. Okay. It's really, like, the only concern with the fact that I play this on a day where I kind of have a hard ending point. Facing the right way. Advance this way. Right? Yes. Or, no, this is where I just came from, isn't it? Where am I going? This way? Oh! Here is a save point. I'm going to save. I'm not going to stop. I just... If I do run out of time, at least I've got a save that isn't right at the very beginning of it. Forward for a ways. Bye, Millie! Thank you for coming by. I will see you later.
Good to go.
Fly away! Fly free! Fly free? Fly free. What do I have on 2? What is that? What does that ability do? I never use it. What does it do? Warp. Okay. Oh, heck. Did I not turn the other one on? Thought I did. Oh, I did. Good. Oh, let's get this one. Maybe? No. Okay. What else? Oh, jeez. Are you still alive? No. You're down. You. Alright. Hope I remember my low gravity combat training. Indeed, Caden, indeed. Alright. It is this direction-ish. Fly away! Oh, no, you can heck right off. I'm down. I heard Tali scream. I tried to get the health kit, but it didn't work. We didn't lose much, though. Come on. This Krogan is the problem. Can't hit him from this angle. He's a cowardly Krogan is what he is. He's a dead Krogan. Okay. Advance! One more up here. Oh, heck. What the heck are those? How do I even take those out? My goodness. Do I even take those out? Run away, run away, run away. Oh boy. Am I even doing damage? I got one! They can be killed! I heard the get down. Well, now I know they can be killed. We can do this. We got this! We got this! Well, I'm definitely not great with the all aggression. That's okay though. I had to try it once. Okay, let's do my more traditional, less aggressive posture. Trying to do it with grenades, but they don't seem like they're doing much good. Run away, down into the pit. There was definitely a segment similar to this in Andromeda. Needs a little patience. I just wish I could see how much health the frickin' turret had. Okay, one turret down. Let's work on the next one then. I'll see one from there. Good spot. Apparently not a good spot. Can't shoot from there. I don't know if biotics work on them at all, but Worth a try. Two down. Doing better. These squids and their terrible prattle are fighting a battle with cattle. Alright. We got this, we got this, we got this. We're all full of fear, so let's get out of here. Run away, run away, run away! Okay, okay, okay. We got this, we got this. What is that? Is there still a little Geth soldier that could... Did I take out all the turrets? Is it just soldiers now? Ah. I gotta get out of here! Right, we're doing fine. Things are good. Things are grand. Oh, it lets me save. I'm going to save. Alright. Emergency access to Citadel Council chambers. That's where we're trying to go. South. The music is really well done with this. The Little Geth Soldier That Could, a famous Quarian horror tale. Okay. Question is, if I open this hatch, will I get locked into something that takes longer than I have time for? We're gonna find out. I have a save just outside the hatch. If I have to load that to start next week, we'll see. Alright. Citadel Control Console. Look at the head. Didn't somebody point out to me that that is a head? It's a Reaper. This med kit, please? Yeah. Oh, hi. Bye. No, this was a lovely garden before you all started messing it up. You all should be ashamed of yourselves. Wait until I tell your mother. Little hooligans. Get off my lawn! Ooh, soldier, kill 1,000 enemies in Mass Effect 1, 2, or 3. I just earned that achievement. Fearing the Reaper may be appropriate in this instance. Oh dear. Not again!
I was afraid you wouldn't make it in time, Shepard.
What do you mean in time?
In time for what?
The final confrontation.
Final
I expected it would end like
confrontation.
this. You've lost. You know that, don't you? In a few minutes, Sovereign will have full control of all the Citadel systems. The relay will open. The Reapers will return.
Not this time.
I've still got a few tricks up my sleeve.
You survived our encounter on Vermeer, but I've changed since then. Improved. Sovereign has upgraded me.
Great. You're still dead.
Fancy hardware is not gonna save you.
You don't understand, Shepard. There is a place for organics in the New Order. The Reapers need men and women of action. People like us. Sovereign recognizes your value. You've impressed it. Surrender to the Reapers, and you will be spared. Join us, and we can find a place for you.
I'd rather die than live like that.
Then you will die. And your companions. Everyone you know and love.
Oh, you don't threaten Caden.
Met.
Now you're really gonna die.
You will all die. The Reapers can't be stopped. Not by the Protheans. Not by you. The cycle always continues.
The cycle must be broken.
Sovereign hasn't won yet. I can stop it from taking control of the station. Step aside and the invasion will never happen.
We can't stop it. Not forever. You saw the visions. You saw what happened to the Protheans. The Reapers are too powerful.
Oh god. Now I have a choice. Do I go with the Paragon answer or the Renegade answer? Because I have access to both of them. Go blue? Okay.
Some part of you must still realize this is wrong. You can fight this.
Maybe you're right. Maybe there is still a chance for... The implants. Sovereign is too strong. I'm sorry. It is too late for me.
Fight it.
It's not over yet. You can still redeem yourself.
Goodbye, Shepard. Thank you.
Yes! Awesome! Well, so he did redeem himself. In as much as he could. I assume I would have had to fight if I had gone with the Renegade option. I have 6 minutes. Should I leave it here? Or click the control panel? Yeah, it felt like a good ending point. I don't have the 20 minutes for it. Okay. This has been so good. Just so good. Like, it... I'm switching to chatting, but... Just absolutely stellar. This ending sequence. Everything, honestly, I had the one side quest that I did. Yeah, no, I'm fine with... As soon as we finish this, we'll move on to the second game. But yeah, it's been absolutely amazing. From the second we landed on Vermeer, we had the one side quest, but without that, if you take it as a whole, straight through, narratively, the confrontation, like the two that we did before Vermeer, don't feel like a direct path. They kind of feel like, oh, we're getting clues. Vermeer, from Vermeer on, has just felt like one solid narrative straight through, and then the pace, like the sense of urgency and the push it forward, like Race Against Time, it felt very much Race Against Time. So I do think that this has been excellent. I'm going to switch to the credits screen and go ahead and start the credits. We will be raiding over to GaryCon Live for episode 25 of the Gax Pack, which they are live now, so I will be setting up that raid and we'll be heading over there very, very shortly. But I first want to make sure that I say thank you to everybody for stopping by. This is so good. I'm excited to see the end of this game next week and see where Mass Effect 2 takes us. That's going to be amazing. But first, let me say thank you, Be Right UK and Lord Portico, for the bits. Thank you to my AI moderators. Thank you, Lord Portico, for resubscribing, Mobius Tempest for resubscribing, and we have the new gift subs, which were gifted by Right UK, if I remember correctly. Yes, also Lemon Twist, thank you for cheering 369 bits. Let me refresh those credits so that you show up there. Thank you so much for the cargo bits. Also, thank you to Was Not Worth It for your subscription on Coffee. It is all very, very much appreciated. I will be live next tomorrow evening at 7 p.m. Eastern Time for what will be my last day playing Maniac Mansion. I will, maybe not initially, but definitely at some point tomorrow, will be using a walkthrough so that I can get a good ending to that game. And then we are, hopefully a week from tomorrow, gonna be playing this. The PlayStation 2 Evil Dead: A Fistful of Boomstick. I'm working on the logistics of getting that set up so that it will work. Wednesday, I have my archives stream where I will be continuing with spooky stories and whatnot. So probably some more Edgar Allan Poe will get read. Next Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, I will be continuing with Ultima 4, The Quest of the Avatar. We made significant progress yesterday, and I'll keep pushing that forward to next week. And then, of course, next week, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, which I believe is 10 a.m. Pacific, right here, I will be continuing with Mass Effect Legendary Edition. We will push this button and see the end of Mass Effect, and we will start Mass Effect 2. But for now, we're going to be heading over to GaryCon Live for the Gax Pack, as we do every Sunday. And yeah, thank you everybody for coming. This has been a blast. I am so glad that I'm playing these and I'm playing them with you. This has just been so spectacular, and the support from the bits and subs is very, very much appreciated. honestly, the bits and subs, without that, there's no way that I would be attempting to do a PlayStation 2 game. There's no way I could afford the adapters and technology necessary to make me even remotely able to play an older game like that on stream. So the support has gone into getting me the better keyboard, the better mouse, the Stream Deck to help me run things better. Like, I keep reinvesting that into the channel. There is a new emote on the way. I am not exactly certain when it will come, but all of that is coming. But yeah, thank you so much for the support. We are going to head over to GaryCon Live now. And until I see you next time, get out there and do some shenanigans.